Women's History Celebration. We are very proud to have a really remarkable panel of successful women that you're gonna meet in a little bit.
Be okay with being uncomfortable. It took me a little minute to learn that. It took me having a news director who wouldn't let me wear my natural hair, wouldn't allow me to wear braids on television, who wouldn't allow me to tell stories about minorities in our community. But if I pitched or somebody else pitched the same exact story and the person was not Black, it went on television. It took me going through that in Charleston, South Carolina, for me to now be able to wear my hair how I want to wear my hair, wear my nails how I want to wear my nails, have for the culture, and be able to share inspiring stories of minorities who make a difference in our community. Be able to air an entire Black History Month special called Rooted in Progress, where we're able to get change after 4 years of waiting for a racial reconciliation committee that the city promised. They didn't do anything until Rooted in Progress aired. I did that.
You need to have people that you trust, that you can ask the real honest truth and they'll give that to you and take that, but you always have to be humble. And as I was mentioning earlier, and Chrissy just brought that back up, we are always replaceable. Everyone is, no matter what industry you end up going into. So continue to work hard, but always be humble and be respectful of the people that helped you get to where you are.
And I went to my guidance counselor, and because a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, you know how high school kids talk, told me about an internship at a radio station. And I thought to myself, well, why did I have to learn through this from a friend of a friend of a friend? Why didn't my guidance counselor talk to me about it? And he, seriously, turned to me and said, Gracie, you know, those things are just not for you. I share that story because you want to talk about lighting a fire? That lit a fire. As a 17-year-old, I called that radio station every single day after school until I got to talk to the general manager. I had absolutely no idea how audacious that was at that time. Point being, my guidance counselor, who was supposed to be my advocate, who was supposed to open opportunity for me, shortchanged me. But I was not going to allow that to shortchange what I wanted to see in my life.
As an African American in general, it's a lot easier for you to be labeled as hard to deal with, combative, things of that nature. So my question for you is, how did you fight and overcome those obstacles without being labeled and blackballed in the industry?
For me, it was knowing who I was as a person and not allowing anybody else, whatever view that they had, whatever perception they had of me, to have an effect on me. So no matter what anyone in this room, what anyone in this community feels or says about me, I go home and I know who Deanne King is, and I am okay with that.
How do you balance like your mental health, but also, okay, it's go time. It's time for me to step in a boss mode.
I try to exercise when I can. I try to fit in things like that for mental health. I think when I'm at work, I try to compartmentalize. So I try to, when I go home, for the most part, I try to turn off the phone and put it on Do Not Disturb, and then I'm in mom job. And when I'm at work and they're at school and I know they're safe and they're okay, then I try to compartmentalize that and just do the work job.
Empower women. Empower, because there's not, I think it's super sad when I see another woman not supporting you, because they are like that. And it's so sad because we have the world against us. And we have to stick together. We don't have to be best friends. We don't have to be best friends with every woman in the world, but we have to support us. So empower women, empower yourself, and empower the others.